The moment she asked, the entire boardroom went silent. "Why does your daughter call me mommy?" It wasn't anger in her voice. It wasn't even accusation. It was something far more dangerous. Confusion, hurt, hope. Oh, and the single father standing in front of one of the most powerful CEOs in the city knew that whatever he said next would either destroy the fragile world he had built for his little girl, or finally tell the truth he had buried for 2 years. What he said next didn't just leave her speechless. It changed all of their lives forever. Stay with me, because this isn't just a story about love. It's a story about loss, guilt, courage, and the moment a child's innocent word forces two broken adults to face the feelings they've been running from. When Daniel Harper first walked into Westbridge Holdings with his 3-year-old daughter tucked against his shoulder, he never imagined his life would collide with Olivia Carter's. Olivia Carter, the youngest CEO in the company's history, ruthless in business, precise, untouchable. At least that's what everyone thought. Daniel hadn't planned to bring Lily to work that morning. The babysitter had canceled. His mother was sick. And after losing his wife in a car accident 2 years earlier, Daniel had learned that life didn't pause for grief. He had two choices: miss the most important presentation of his career, or carry his daughter into a world of glass walls and million-dollar decisions. So he chose both. He chose courage. Lily clung to him as the elevator doors opened onto the executive floor. Employees stared. Whispers followed. Single father, still grieving, brilliant strategist, soft-hearted. Olivia noticed them immediately. She always noticed everything. Her sharp heels echoed across the marble floor as she approached. "Mr. Harper," she said coolly, though her eyes softened when they landed on Lily. This isn't exactly daycare." Daniel straightened. "I know. I'm sorry. It's just for today." Lily peeked at Olivia from behind Daniel's collar. Then she did something no one expected. She smiled. And Olivia, CEO of a billion-dollar corporation, smiled back. That was the first crack in the armor. Weeks passed. Lily only came to the office twice more, but something shifted each time she did. Olivia would pause mid-conversation if Lily entered the room. She'd kneel down in her tailored suit, asking about stuffed animals and favorite colors. Daniel noticed. He also noticed something else. Lily began drawing pictures, crayon scribbles of 3 stick figures, one tall, one smaller, one with long hair. "Who's that?" Daniel asked gently one night. Lily pointed to the long-haired figure. "That's Mommy." Daniel's heart tightened. "Mommy's in heaven, sweetheart." Lily shook her head. No. Office Mommy. The words hit him like cold water. He tried to laugh it off. "Oh, you mean Miss Olivia?" Lily nodded happily. She smells nice, and she listens." Daniel didn't sleep that night. He told himself it was harmless. Children attach easily. Olivia was kind to her. That was all. But deep down, he knew something else was happening, because he felt it too. The stolen glances in conference rooms, the quiet conversations after late meetings, the way Olivia lingered when Daniel talked about Lily, the way her usually steady voice softened whenever she said Lily's name. Still, neither of them crossed the line. Daniel was an employee. Olivia was his CEO, and both had scars they never spoke about. Olivia had built her empire after walking away from a broken engagement that left her distrustful of love. She had chosen power over vulnerability. Daniel had buried his wife and promised himself no one would ever replace her, so they kept things professional. Until the company's annual charity gala. The ballroom glittered under crystal chandeliers. Daniel almost didn't attend, but Olivia personally insisted. Bring Lily," she said quietly. "Lily, there's a children's wing tonight." He hesitated. She held his gaze. Please." So he brought her. Lily wore a tiny pink dress. Olivia wore red silk that made the entire room turn. When Lily saw Olivia, she ran to her without hesitation, without fear. "A mommy." The word rang clear across the marble floor. Conversation stopped. Heads turned. Olivia froze. Daniel felt every pair of eyes burn into him. And that's when she asked it, softly. And he realized this wasn't about embarrassment. It was about something deeper, something neither of them had dared to name. The music continued playing, but in that moment, the world narrowed to the 3 of them. Daniel looked down at Lily clinging to Olivia's leg. Then he looked into Olivia's eyes. He saw fear there, not of scandal, not of gossip, but of wanting something she had convinced herself she didn't deserve. He took a slow breath, and he answered. She calls you Mommy, Daniel began quietly, because you're the only woman she's seen look at her the way her mother did. Olivia's breath caught. He continued, voice steady but full of emotion he had kept buried. You kneel when you talk to her. You remember her favorite color. You listen like she's the only person in the room. Lily wrapped her small arms around Olivia's waist. You feel safe, Daniel whispered. Olivia blinked rapidly. I never meant to, she started. I know, Daniel said. Neither did I. The crowd slowly returned to their conversations, sensing the intimacy of the moment. Daniel stepped closer. When my wife died, I thought Lily would forget what it felt like to have a mother. I tried to be everything, but I couldn't replace that softness, that presence. He swallowed. And then you walked into our lives. Olivia's carefully constructed composure cracked. I barely know how to let someone love me. Daniel gave a small, sad smile. Neither do I. There it was, the truth neither of them had dared to say. This wasn't about a child's confusion. It was about two adults terrified of starting over. Olivia looked down at Lily. Why do you call me Mommy? She asked gently. Lily shrugged in innocent simplicity. Because you look at Daddy the way Mommy used to. Silence. Complete silence. Complete silence. Daniel felt his chest tighten. Olivia's eyes filled with tears she hadn't allowed herself in years. Children see everything. They see love before adults admit it. Olivia slowly knelt to Lily's height. I don't want to take your mommy's place, she said softly. But would it be okay if I stayed in your life? Lily grinned. Yes, you can be my bonus mommy. The simplicity of it broke something open in both adults. Daniel stepped forward. I never wanted to move on, he confessed quietly. It felt like betrayal. But loving someone new doesn't erase the past. It honors it. Olivia stood, her voice trembling. I built this company because it was easier than building a family. I thought success would fill the space. She looked at Daniel. It didn't. He reached for her hand. Not as CEO and employee, not as two damaged souls pretending they were fine, but as two people ready to risk something again. I'm not asking for perfection, Daniel said. Just honesty. Olivia squeezed his hand. For the first time in my life, she replied, I'm ready for that. The gala ended with whispers and speculation, but something more powerful had begun. Olivia didn't rush into anything. She didn't abandon her role or lose her ambition, but she made space for Lily's school recitals, for Sunday breakfasts, for laughter in a house that had been too quiet for too long. Daniel stopped feeling guilty for smiling again. Lily stopped drawing stick figures with only 2 arms. Now there were 3, and sometimes 4, when she included a little heart above them. The company adjusted. Policies evolved. Boundaries were handled professionally. But at home, there were no titles. Only love being rebuilt slowly, carefully. One night, months later, Lily climbed into Olivia's lap and asked, Are you my real mommy now? Olivia looked at Daniel before answering. I'm your forever mommy, she said gently. And heaven mommy will always be part of you too. Lily seemed satisfied with that. And so were they. Because family isn't about replacing, it's about choosing to show up. Choosing to heal. Choosing to love again, even when it's terrifying. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't closing a deal or running a company. It's answering a child's innocent question with honesty. It's admitting you're afraid. It's allowing yourself to build something beautiful after loss. And sometimes, all it takes is one small voice saying, a mommy, to remind you that love doesn't disappear. It waits. And when you're ready, it begins again.